we are expecting the tap of this zone, and after the tap of this zone, we will wait for a 1 minute change of character inside of this 15-minute POI, this 15-minute demand zone. And after the 15-minute zone tap and the 1 minute change of character, we can hop in a trade and write the expectation order flow, which is bullish. Okay, so as you can see on the 15-minute chart, this looks like just a one big leg, and this will look like just a one big leg to the downside. But on the 1 minute chart, it will look like structure to the upside and structure to the downside. Let me just switch to the 1 minute chart. So as you can see, this is really just a structure, bullish structure, creating series of higher highs and higher lows. And the downside structure is bearish, creating series of lower lows and lower highs. Actually, we have a liquidity just above this zone here. So this is one more extra confirmation, and we have this liquidity trend line also. So this zone will be really valid. We can expect the tap of this zone, and after the tap of this 15-minute zone, we can wait for a 1 minute change of character, and after a 1 minute change of character, we can hop in a trade. Okay, let's see what happens. Let's just play price forward. As you can see, it coming down nicely, almost taps the zone. And the tap of the zone happened, as you can see. And actually, this was the last supply zone here that caused the tap of the demand zone, because as you can see, it created huge inefficient push to the downside, and this supply zone broke structure here. And also it swept some liquidity from this region. As you can see, we have double or equal bottoms here. So this is our last supply zone. If price breaks through this supply zone, that will be our change of character. And if this supply zone breaks, the demand zone will be formed, and we can hop in a trade on that demand zone that was formed by the break of this supply zone. Okay, but right now, demand is in control. If price taps this supply zone, supply will be in control. That's why we have to wait for a change of character to let demand be fully in control. Okay, let's see what happens. As you can see, price tapped this supply zone and reacted on it. So supply took over control from demand again. So supply is in control again. Let's see what happens. Let me just play price forward. Okay. As you can see, price broke structure to the downside here and broke structure to the downside here. So I will just mark out the last supply zone, which is this one. If price breaks through this supply zone, then demand will be in control. If price reacts on this supply zone, supply will be in control, and we will have to wait for a change of character again. So two scenarios here. If price breaks through the supply zone, demand will be in control, and we can hop in a trade on the demand formed by the break of this supply zone. Or the second scenario, if price reacts on the supply zone and reaches deeper areas, we have to wait for a fresh new supply zone break, and after a change of character, we can hop in a trade. But the first criteria is fit because price tapped the higher time frame demand zone. Second criteria is fit because it's fat liquidity. And the third criteria is not fit because we did not break through double zones. But let's just see what happens. As you can see, price reacted on the supply zone, so supply is in control. Supply is in control. Okay, and demand took over control from supply because it broke through the supply zone, as you can see. So we can mark out the demand zone, which is this one here, because as I said, if a zone breaks, an opposite side zone will be automatically formed. So as you can see, this demand zone created huge inefficient push to the upside, change character here, swept liquidity from this region because we have this double top here. So it has all the three criteria: swept liquidity, zone break, higher time frame mitigation, liquidity sweep on the other side. The only missing thing is that it only broke through one supply zone, but it isn't a problem because it happened with huge inefficient push. So in this case, we can easily set an order limit on this zone, and we will use 12-point pip stop loss. We will talk about the lot sizes and the stop losses in the money management unit. So we did set an order limit on this zone, as you can see, and our target point will be the next unmitigated 15-minute zone, which is this one here. As you can see, this is the next unmitigated 15-minute supply zone. So we can easily target this zone because, as you can see, it changed character to the downside here with inefficient movement. So this was the supply that changed character on the 15-minute chart. So this is a really, really valuable supply zone. So the target point will be this supply zone. Okay, for this trade, let me just adjust this. So for this trade, we have 1-to-9 risk-reward ratio. We risk 1% of our capital, but we will gain 9% profit. Okay, so let's see what happens. The position is all set. If price reaches this entry point, we will be tagged in the trade. So let's see. As you can see, price tapped this zone. We are tagged in the trade now. Let's see how it goes. Okay, strong reaction, really strong reaction. We are in profit, huge profit. As you can see, it also broke through the last supply zone, this huge supply zone that caused the tap of the 15-minute demand zone and breakout structure and the huge liquidity sweep. So this is an extra confirmation because price broke through this supply zone, this valuable supply zone. We have a confirmation that the expectation order flow, which is bullish, will be continued. So we can easily target this supply zone, the upper 15-minute supply zone. Let's see what happens. And our trade is done. TP hit for 1 to 9 risk reward. So we just booked 9% of profit. This is the power of change of characters and waiting for a right zone to be tapped and the change of character inside of that zone. So once more, this zone has been created. Price reached this zone, switch to 1-minute chart, wait for the last 1-minute supply to be broken. Last 1-minute supply broken. Demand zone has formed. Limit on that demand zone, happy in a trade, TP hit. This is really simple, based on liquidity concept, supply and demand concepts, who's in control concepts, and this the combining all of the concepts together, it will be really strong, as you can see.